What do you mean you're not giving a single penny to your son? For whom are you actually earning?
I will not give him money for the luxury. He will buy his own luxury. If I'll give luxury, he will say, "Oh, Papa, you are giving me the car. Thank you." We don't need to use missiles and drones and all these words in front of the kid.
They will have access to all of this information when the need is right. But at the moment, I don't think so we need to do it.
We should make them ready, so that if anything happens, they will be prepared. Okay, we have to do something like this.
Welcome to the Parenting Line. Two parents, two questions, two perspectives. Question 1. You should talk openly with your children about global conflicts and crisis. Agree or disagree?
Disagree.
Agree.
Why do you want to talk about all of the global conflicts that is happening right now to a child? I mean, like, why do you want to talk about all of these big heavy words like missiles and war and the alerts, everything to the small child? They are fragile. Their brain is fragile. We don't need to tell them everything.
Who's saying I'm telling them all these words? I'm telling in my way how we can, like, it's like, okay, there is two people are fighting and they're fighting. They are doing this thing to each other. We don't need to use missiles and drones and all these words in front of the kid.
But they will get access to all of these things if we are going to talk about it. They will understand all of these things. So I don't want our children to have access to anything that talks about all of these global conflicts. One. Secondly, they are young kids. Their brain is already stimulated enough with the access of information which is there. If I'm going to give them access to all of it as well, what is their brain going to absorb? Their innocence is way more important for us to protect, at least up to the age of 10. They will have access to all of this information when the need is right. But at the moment, I don't think so we need to do it. We need to keep them protected as much as we can.
You can't keep them protected all the time. They will go to friends, they will watch TV, they will go down, they will play with his friends. They will get to know, okay, why we are not going to school, why we are at home. They should need to know all this, that what is happening in the world. We can't be in front of saying them like, okay, we are not going school because something is happening outside. They are curious, they need to know what is happening. Rather than telling them the harsh reality, we can tell them our way, so that, okay, when they go and speak to other friends, they will be like, yeah, I know this is happening. It's not like they will be amazed, oh, what is happening, why my parents are not telling me, why they are hiding this thing.
If I can hide and I can protect my child from getting access to anything that's going to create a lot more anxiety, why should I not do it? Why do we need to tell that the world is going into a turmoil? Why do we need to tell these kids who are just fresh out of their world, they're bringing themselves right there in their ecosystem, creating friendships and all of it, that people fight and they also do this to themselves? Why do we need to talk about it?
See,
I want to protect my
I'm not telling you
children.
to tell them the heavy words. I'm telling you to give them at least basic information. Okay, this is happening. We have to prepare ourselves. If something happen, we will do this thing. If something has happened, we go to bunker or we do this thing. We'll make an emergency bag. So they will also ready and they will be prepared for that, and they will give us a good ideas. Like if we are doing something different and they said, okay, we can do it this way simply. So it's like we are involving them in our life. We are making a gap between our generation and their generation, and when they will be grown up and they will say, oh, you guys were not telling me anything when I was a little kid. I don't want to see that.
Our parents didn't do it. I mean, we are their safe space. They need to understand that we are going to protect them from everything that is currently happening in the world. If you are going to tell them, oh, this is happening, that is happening, you need to prepare for an emergency bag, we're already stimulating them beyond our control. How do you even know what their brain is thinking? We are their protection system. We need to tell them what is happening at what age. I don't think so up to the age of 10 we need to even expose them to the idea of why the world is in turmoil. Not even use big words or small words. That's it. Let them live in a cocoon in which they feel safe and their innocence is protected.
But if they get to know from outside and they will come to us that, Mama, Papa, you guys are cheating with me, you're not telling me the truth. So we are just losing their trust. What do you think about that?
Question 2. Parents are responsible for their children's financial future. Agree or disagree?
Disagree.
Agree.
I'm not giving a single penny to my son.
What do you mean you're not giving a single penny to your son? For whom are you actually earning? You're earning for him. You're earning for us. We have a retirement fund, and anything else on top of it goes to him.
See, if I give money to my son, he will be not work. I want him to go to the market. I want him to be go to the mess and see the mess and come out from that and start earning his own money. If I'll give him a money, he will say, "Oh, my papa is there. I will take money from him. I don't need to do
Do
anything."
you really think our parenting is that bad that he's going to believe, oh, my father is there and he will take care of it? We have sensible parenting going around. And if I want to create a safety net for him and having a head start so that he has some amount of money, and if he wants to take some risk in his life, he can be fearless.
See, I can give him money only for the food, only for the rest of the thing, living and food. I will not give him money for the luxury. I know he's gonna abuse me for that I'm not giving him the money. But end of the day, when he was start earning his own money, he will be independent. He will understand, okay, my father did this thing for me for betterment of myself.
And yeah, and that he's going to end up doing it after 4 decades. I don't want him to have that kind of grudge that my parents didn't give me money when I needed it the most and I had to struggle for it. I grew up from that environment where when I wanted to do something in my life, I was told that we don't have money and I had to struggle and find my own ways of getting it done. And I lost on that ground, you know.
But do you know that struggle give you strength?
What strength, what the strength is going to help me do if that struggle is not going to give me the fruit which I
Then you
wanted
have
at
a
that.
then you have a revenge that, oh, I'm not getting money from my parents. I have to show them I can earn my own money.
And then do what? I lost my time. I lost my support when I needed it the most. I am not I'm like not saving a money or not keeping it a safety net for my children out of, you know, spite or, you know, for any kind of revenge. I want him to have a safety net so that he knows that even if he fails, he has something to rely on,
Oh,
something as a security.
they know that if something happened to me, if my parents are on there, they will give me the money. It's there. It's understood in their
But
mind.
why can't we have a safety net, some kind of a trust fund so that he can rely on it and he can, you know, take more risk in his life? If he has to start from scratch for every penny, for everything, and we don't even know 20 years down the
Why he
line
will
what will
start from
happen.
scratch? We will be there.
So that's what I'm telling you, that we have to be
Yeah,
there
but
and we have to
we will
create a trust
not
fund for
make him
him.
like that. Okay, I need money. I don't need to do anything. I will take money from my parents. I don't want to become that kind of a parent. I want him to go, do struggle.
Why?
Don't worry, we are there. We are behind you.
But
If you lagging something, we are there.
why do we want him to struggle? I mean, like, can we just remove the struggle part? Let him have some amount of money so that he can do things better. If, who knows what is going to be the scene of jobs 20 years down the line? What if entrepreneurship is something there? He can have some kind of money, like he can be rich and he can be fearless and he can be confident and still face the harsh realities of life.
He will not fearless. He will be scared back of his mind. It's not about money. It's about we all done the struggle in our life. So he need to know the struggle. See, all the rich people also, like if you talk about all the billionaires, they were sending their kids to learn the basic rules. You know, in Japan, people sending their kids to clean the houses. They send them to make their own food. It's about making independent.
You're talking about millionaires and billionaires. Do you think these millionaires and billionaires became the way they are today because they started from scratch? They all had a safety net, something of a hedge fund where they actually invested in their ideas and they built empires out of it. So if I want my child to build an empire, if he comes to me and says that, Mom, I need something and I have this idea, I want to build on top of it, I would be happy to invest in it. And for that, we need that kind of safety net, that bridge built for him. I'm winning.
यानी दे रहा उसको एक पैसा